When I went to see him on my own, and when I went to see him with David Steele, he didn't just talk about Gibraltar as an interfaith melting pot that was an example to the world. He also asked me to spend every waking moment ensuring, if possible, he was very sensitive to the political as well, that we should do a treaty between the UK and the EU, which he said to me in an aside. He said, yo sé que esto es entre Gibraltar y España, pero es un tratado entre Reino Unido y la Unión Europea. Hazlo por los trabajadores y por las personas.
So he was aware of Gibraltar's political situation.
He was uniquely aware of so many situations. Of course, he'd been prepared for the meeting with me. I mean, he might not have been acutely aware of it the week before, but he was acutely aware of it when I went to see him. And Pietro Parolin, as you know, who was in my office when we hosted a dinner on the evening before Archbishop Mark Miles was installed in Gibraltar, is also aware of those issues. But these are people who are dealing with the highest politics of the world. As we've learned, he was involved in trying to broker the relationship between the United States and Cuba when President Obama was president, involved in the issues involving Gaza and the Ukraine, and yet also having time for the minutiae of the politics of Gibraltar and Spain and its effect. And this is why he was interested on the common working man, on working people, on families across the frontier, etc.
And he obviously kept a spotlight on arguably the two biggest political issues of our time globally, namely the impact of mass migration and the challenges faced by the climate emergency.
Yes, and indeed not just those, which I would say you're absolutely right, are two of the key international issues, but also issues relating to gender diversity, which also are very much in the news, and the consequences of that on established religions, established ways of thinking, and how to accommodate people without changing those established ways of thinking. And I think, therefore, as he reached out to minorities, he reached out to the downtrodden, he was really living as an example of what the Bible, his way of seeing the world, of course, required him to do in a way that I don't think we've seen many others do before. I mean, it's not up to me to criticize one pope or another, but I would say that I think this is a pope that has touched people beyond his religion and has attracted people to and back to his religion because of his way of expressing how forgiveness, how understanding, how humility has to form part of everyday life, and how we make our minds up about other people in particular.